So you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to focus on Vanguard being Call of Duty's worst UK launch in 14 years. Now yes, I understand the UK isn't the biggest part of the world and there are more parts of the world than the UK. However, there are some significant things I'm going to tell you in terms of statistics and sales of Call of Duty in this video that are absolutely going to blow your mind. Some of you, it won't blow your mind because you've been tooting this out just like I have for a long time. And I'm going to go in deeper as to some of the reasons why I think this is happening. Now, if you do enjoy the video at any portion, please don't forget to drop a like. And if you are new here, consider subscribing with the notification bell click so you get my Call of Duty videos as soon as they are published. Just a little thing I'd like to add to that. I hate asking you guys to do that so early in the video, but that's what YouTube needs for my videos to be successful in the algorithm. And if we want to continue to grow, then unfortunately, it's just something I'm going to have to do in videos. So anyway, Vanguard was Call of Duty's worst UK launch in 14 years. Now that isn't a shock horror. Any of you guys who have been following my channel for a period of time will remember me talking about when they amped up Modern Warfare 2019 and said that this game was the best-selling Call of Duty of all time. Now, the statistics came out after Warzone, and I believe that that was what actually amped it up, even though they said or stated that this wasn't the case. Modern Warfare, even if it did sell well, it was strictly because of several things like the PR using one of, if not the most arguably best name in Call of Duty history, Modern Warfare. That in itself would have sold a lot of titles. We moved forward and the next year we had Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which even though it sold less physical copies and sold more digital, it still was down on sales in comparison to the likes of Modern Warfare 2019. And another year has passed by and again we have a downward trend. Now this again is specifically in the UK, but there are other statistics I'm going to share with you that are just in the COD universe in general. And I want to dive a bit deeper than statistics and ask the questions or stipulate why I believe this is happening, because I've mentioned this previously before and I feel like this article is kind of justifying certain things that I've already predicted and already said. Year on year now, Call of Duty has been going on a downward trend, and this is down 40% on the initial release of COD 4, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Vanguard is the lowest performing Call of Duty in its 14-year launch since these games have been coming out. Now, what's even more mind-blowing than this is Ghost sold 52% more than Vanguard, and Infinite Warfare, I'll say this again, Infinite Warfare, the one of the most disliked release trailers, one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history, sold 16% more at launch than Call of Duty Vanguard. That to me is an absolute mind blower. Now I put the statistics of the biggest UK launches on the screen right now. Black Ops 1, one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. Modern Warfare 3, 55 days played I had on that game. Another legendary game in my personal opinion. Modern Warfare 2 at number 3. Black Ops 2 at number 4. Advanced Warfare, I can't believe that's so high in the list actually. World War 2 number 6. Black Ops 3 at number 7, which I think I thought would have been much further up that list. Ghost at number 8, Modern Warfare 2019 at number 9, and in Black Ops Cold War at number 10. That's the UK. Now this list may slightly change across the globe, which I believe it will, but it is still shocking reading because we do have a large amount of people who actually go out and purchase this game on its launch in the first week in the UK. So, why is this happening? Why do we believe this is happening, or why do I believe this is happening? Now, I listen to you guys when you talk to me in the comment section. Even the trolls I try to reason with to an extent, but sometimes that's just in vain. But I've seen you guys throughout the years as I've uploaded from Black Ops 3 and so forth, and I've seen how you feel about games, because you make it very clear how you feel about games, and that's over a long period of time as I go through my yearly YouTube cycle. And one thing I've noticed about Vanguard is, even though it's sold the least in recent history, a lot of you guys actually like this game. A lot of you guys are saying to me, wow, I'm glad that I gave it that next chance. But there are even more of you, I believe, who are just sick to the back teeth of having the P taken out of you. Now, when I say having the P taken out of you, and I'm included in this list as well, it seems to me that you are finally doing, and I'm so proud of the Call of Duty community for doing this, you are finally doing what we should have all done a long time ago. Now, I know I'm guilty of not doing this, and the reason I'm guilty of not doing this is simply because I have a YouTube channel. I have walked away from games, as you've seen previously. I mean, I've only just started recently uploading again after 7 months away from my channel, because I don't necessarily vote with my wallet, because quite often this game's brought for me. But I will show you guys my displeasure if I believe that we are having the mick taken out of us. And you guys have finally started to down tools with your wallets and say, you know what? You're giving us subpar stuff. I'm not buying your game, which is a win for us in the long term. It is a massive win for us in the long term. That's the first thing I think is happening here. We've had so many games now, and we've all seen the news where things are in a bad state. They've had to get other development studios involved, and it seems like that's been a trend for a while now. I will say Modern Warfare 2019 was a very polished game. However, the reason people started down tooling wallets and stuff from that and stopped playing that was simply because the developers like Ashton Williams, the likes of Joel Seacott, they chose to not listen to us, ignore requests, and may I add, honorable requests where we wasn't trolling about the game, things we would like to see change as a community. They fell on deaf ears. If you criticize that game in any way, shape or form, you practically got blocked, and that was it. You got censored, and I think that absolutely peed off a lot of the COD community. So therefore, all right, if you're not going to listen to me when I've paid your wages, because I've essentially brought your game to pay your wages, I won't play your next one. And that's why we saw a downward trend with the likes of Cold War, and again with Vanguard, because the beta, let's be honest, even I was screaming about the beta being terrible. The game that's out now isn't sufficient enough for a AAA title, but it's still a very playable game and totally unrecognizable, in my opinion, in comparison to the beta. But that's the next reason why I believe there's a downward trend. These games are coming out in what is essentially beta mode. These are AAA titles we're paying for. We're paying nearly £100 for these games, and they're coming out substandard. There's a lot of you, Iris, you're one of them, where you will wait for the first major patch, or for the game in January where it drops down in price. That's where you'll go and cut Call of Duty, which is a shame. Now, I can't do that because as a YouTuber, I need to be uploading as soon as that game comes out, because that's beneficial to me and my channel. However, I understand why you guys are doing what you're doing. Now, I can't go any further in this video without mentioning one of the next factors that I believe is contributing to the downward spiral of sales when it comes to Call of Duty, and that is skill-based matchmaking. Now, this was sold to us as, and we was called the vocal minority for this. This was sold to us because they need to get new players in the game, blah de blah de blah, blah de blah de blah. The reality is, if your sales are going down, that's not working. And I believe a lot of people, many masses of people, I think the number one reason why a lot of people have walked away from Call of Duty is skill-based matchmaking is at the top of their list. And then the rest of the things that I've mentioned just add insult to injury, and it helps people make their decision to walk away from this game. But ultimately, skill-based matchmaking has stripped the fun away from Call of Duty, and other things that are starting to happen, like these passive-aggressive little things that I've mentioned earlier with the developers. Stuff like scoreboards not being shown. Battlefield 2042 is a perfect example of this right now. Scoreboards are starting to be taken away. Now, imagine if you was watching the NFL or basketball or football, soccer to you guys in America, and they decided that you had to sit through these games, but I tell you what, we're going to take the scoreboard away. How would that kill your enjoyment of that game straight away? Because I know it would for me. I like to see a reflection of how I've done and whether I can improve as an individual. The first thing they go to is people are being trolled and bullied and rah, rah, rah. But that isn't the case for the majority. So just because a minority is doing something doesn't mean you should destroy something for the vast majority of people on the game. And I believe essentially that's what skill-based matchmaking has done. It's protected a minute, small amount of people, because I didn't come on Call of Duty and complain that I was getting dumped on in Modern Warfare 2 when I brought the game in February after everyone had already had several months on it. I learned to get better because that was a challenge to me, but it's participation medal syndrome right now, and it really is starting to frustrate me and many other gamers. But all these things that I've mentioned, probably a few that I've missed, I believe contribute to the fact that Call of Duty is going down every year. We need a proper development cycle, and maybe they should consider now not releasing Call of Duty every year at all until these games come back out like AAA titles. Guys, down in the comment section, let me know your thoughts and feelings on these articles, and do you believe I've hit the nail on the head in terms of the reasons why this is happening, or do you have anything to contribute down in the comment section that I've missed? Guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but the like and subscribe button, I hope they take your fancy, and as always guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.